Hi guys, welcome to the guide on how to play Tassadar. I already did a few Tassadar videos, but this is kind of proper guide. I will pretty much cover everything, so stay tuned. First of all, we have masteries. Now we have first set either mothership core initial cooldown and build time, or that's minus 30, that's in seconds, minus 30 seconds. Or conclave executor protocol application time minus 60 seconds. I pretty much always go for mothership core initial cooldown and build time because okay, conclave executor protocol application time, first protocol will be instantaneous with mastery, and the second then 30 seconds. The third one will be 60 seconds, so you can have like in 90 seconds you can already have done 3 protocols, but you really don't need this. I can't remember a case where you need protocols so fast, so even without mastery you will have them in time. And mothership call initial cooldown and build time, it's minus 30 on initial cooldown and on build time, so it's together it's 60 seconds. So yeah, 1 minute earlier mothership is really good with mastery. You can have it earliest at minute and 45, which is really good because even on Rifts to Core Hall you can even clear the rocks before you have to defend against the first attack wave. So that's pretty good. Now this is messed up. You can see this minus 30%. This is actually this. Like mothership core and shield of iron energy consumption is actually over here. This interferes with the conclave executor protocol units damage negation. I mean, you can choose between these two, not additional starting resources actually down here. So we have mothership core and shield of iron energy consumption minus 30%, or conclave executor protocol units damage negation. So for the protocol you choose, that units that protocol boss will have 18% damage reduction, but I really always go for 30% of mothership core and shield of iron energy consumption, because it's really important, especially early game. Later when you morph into mothership you don't use so much energy, but early when you have mothership core you can spawn cannons, so the less energy mothership spends on these cannons, the more of them you can have, and also other abilities too, so especially like time warp, so you can be more aggressive, do more stuff with mothership core, and that's pretty important for early games, so I think this should always be your choice. Now the last mastery, so these 300 plus 300 and plus 210, this is actually that additional starting resources, so you start with 350 minerals instead of just 50, and 210 gas instead of 0. So it's pretty good. In most cases I use that, but this is the one mastery set that I don't always use the same. Sometimes if I use ARA protocol or Nerazim, I might wanna use Council Guard cooldown minus 30% cooldown reduction. So this Council Guard allows you, if you choose ARA protocol, you can deploy a pylon anywhere on the map where you have vision every 90 seconds, and it comes, it kind of deploys pretty instantly, like in second or two, and it comes with 2 zealots and 2 dragoons. And if you choose Nerazim protocol, then you can deploy Dark Pylon in the same way. It comes with 2 Dark Templars and 2 Corsairs, so that's every 90 seconds. And with Mastery, minus 30%, you can have it every 63 seconds, so say 27 seconds there. In most cases, use this additional starting resources. Okay, that's it about the masteries. Okay, now the opening. You wanna start your pylon pretty much right away, not to be supply blocked. So this is your conclave where you choose your protocols. First one you can choose at 1 minute. Okay, let's get gases immediately. If you don't use the starting resources master, then it may be delayed a little bit, but not too much. So when you get the gases, you might saturate both gases immediately. Okay, now I will choose, let's say, Achille, and it will finish in 60 seconds, and then you can choose other protocol. I explain protocols a bit later. Okay, so now you see that with 130 mothership becomes available. If you have a probe in the queue in the meantime, you can leave it, but if you have multiple probes queued, then cancel them, because then mothership will automatically queue if the queue is empty, or you can queue it manually. Then 15 seconds to produce, and you can see that now a little bit later, but you can have it in okay, build a pylon and send this over here. Warp cannons, and they will attack. Overcharge will attack rock automatically, but auto attack won't, so you might do it manually. I will also clear these rocks to later place some spare pylons here. I mean supply pylons. Now I can expand, and that's pretty much it. I can start some other protocol, let's say maybe shellac. And you see that this now shellac will cost. First one is free, and like this is without masteries. First one is free, and 60 seconds. Now this one will be 190 seconds, and each other one is 30 seconds longer, and 100 minerals and 100 gas more expensive. So that's pretty much about the opening. Okay, now about protocols. This is pretty important for you to understand. So we have 6 protocols over here. Each of them buffs some specific units, except the shellac, which is universal protocol. So I'll start with that one. So the last one over here. So except for council application, the resource consumption and time required for all research projects will be reduced to 50%. Second thing, the construction time of all production and research buildings is reduced 50%, and the gas consumption is reduced by 50%. And 3, your attack upgrade and defense upgrade in Forge and Cybernetics core can be unlocked to 5th level, so both attack armor and shield upgrades. And that's pretty good. And the conflict is, the downside is it reduces your supply ceiling by 50 points, so you will max on only 150 supply. But I think it's always worth to use shellac, because yeah, you can upgrades are done 50% faster, and you can go up to 555 actually. So not like with Tychus in official co-op. With Tychus you also can get to 5.5, but like you only get there on longer maps like Missed Opportunities, because it takes long time. Here is reduced by 50%, so even on shorter maps you can comfortably get to the full upgrades, and also your production structures are done faster and they are cheaper, so it's definitely worth it. Now the other protocols, we have ARA protocol that buffs your basic gateway units, that's Zealots and Dragoons. So the first, the health value and shield value of Fanatics and Dragoons, okay, Fanatics or Zealots are greatly increased. 2 Zealots can use charge, and the Dragoons gains extra attack range. 3, the construction time of pylon is reduced by 50%, and the supply provided is increased by 100%. And you can unlock an upgrade in the Forge to greatly improve the ability of friendly units within the pylon range. For you can deploy a pylon anywhere in the battlefield and warp 2 zealots and 2 dragoons. That's that council guard I was talking about. That's this over here. And each time your probe collects minerals, it will bring back a little extra resources. That little extra is +1. So instead of 5 minerals with each trip, probe will bring back 6 minerals. Conflict is your Nerazim units, Corsairs, Dark Templars, and Void Rays consume 100% more resources in production. So unless you want to do Nerazim units, you always want to go for this because it's pretty good. You get more mineral mining, and you also get your units that are in the pylon field get 30% more attack speed and movement speed, and also the additional shields and armor, which is pretty good. And mothership, when you morph core into the mothership also provides power field, so yeah, they can also fight in mothership, except mothership itself, mothership itself doesn't get buffed by its own power field. But if you are fighting in the if mothership fights in the power field of a real pylon, then the mothership itself will also get the buffs. Okay, so we have Nerazim protocol. And by the way, I didn't explain yet the second conflict. The application time of other leaders' parliamentary agreements is increased by 30 seconds and the cost increased by 100. So that means that each next protocol you take will take 30 seconds longer than previous to complete, and cost will be increased by 100. The most protocols you need is always 4. You never need more than 4. It's like 2 to 4 protocols that you need in a game. Nerazim. The gas consumed by Corsairs, Void Rays, and Dark Templars is reduced by 50 points. So 50 less gas for these guys. The Corsairs weapon is replaced with high energy neutron. So Corsairs are good and not like Vorazun's Corsairs that really have hard time fighting like heavy armored units, like massive armored units like carriers and battle cruisers. Basically need a black hole to get their armor to do something about them. Here with this high neutron, they are really good. You will see actually that okay, when I introduce these units. The Dark Templar can use blink and will be recalled to the Dark Shrine when dying, and that can be used every 60 seconds. It's really good. Void Ray will cause additional damage to heavy armored units, and attack damage and movement speed. Of course, as Dark Templar's Void Ray is by 25% and 50%. Okay, this is not explained very good, but they kinda stuck that. Okay, I need to fight actually over here while I'm talking, so not to get overrun. I'm not actually playing the game, as you can see now. Okay, so conflict is except for the units Corsair, Dark Templars, and Void Rays, that units that are Nerazim, that are buffed by protocol. The production price of other units is increased by 100%. So you want to use Nerazim protocol only if you are going for Nerazim units. Then we have the Finax, actually it's missing a syllable over here, because if you remember from Brood War, it's actually Furinax. It's actually Furinax tribe, and it buffs robo units. So robo units are Colossi, Immortals, Reavers, and Observers. So reduces the unit cost of robotic facility by 20%, so robo units are cheaper. The damage absorbed by the immortal barrier is increased by 100%. The sputtering range of Reaver attack is increased. Sputtering range, that's I think that's actually radius of attack. The technology of passive loading of Colossus improves the range. Okay, so that's the external thermal lens. And 3D mechanical units can repair itself slowly. So this is not actually so slow. It's a lot faster than, for example, the the Protoss shield regeneration, so it's pretty good, and it's not just out of the combat, or it is, but it starts right after, like you don't need to like shield recharge, you need to wait like for 5 or 6 seconds when you of not receiving damage to actually get this into effect, but this is immediately. So if you think you need this, in some cases you won't need this in normal games because Mothership can heal, but if you think you need this, then you can use this protocol always when you are not going for the non-mechanical units like Zealots, Archons, High Templars, or Dark Templars, because the conflict is that every time probe occupies 1 point of supply, it will reduce the attack speed of other non-mechanical units by 0.33%. So yeah, if you're going for non-mechanical stuff, then you don't want to use this, otherwise use it. Okay. So now we have Origa protocol. Origa protocol is actually in Brood War, it's spelled with AU, but it's pronounced the same, so Origa. This is for the Stargate units, for the capital units, reduces the units in Stargate by 20% of its warp time. Scouts obtain additional attack range, and the carrier automatically loads the gravitational ejection technology. And the Shield of Ire can use planetary cracker to destroy, that's the ultimate ability of the Mothership, to destroy all units in the target area. Conflict is your ground units receives 30% extra damage, so you can use this if you go for the units that protocol buffs, but also if you just want to go mass void rise, that are Nerazim units, because they are not ground units, so they will not have any downsides. And yeah, so if you're going for mass void race, you just use this to actually get that planetary cracker ability. And then we have finally Achille protocol. So this is for psionic units, for High Templars, Archons, and Arbiters. So your psionic units' energy recovery and skill cooldown are reduced by 50%, and teammates can also enjoy half of the bonus. I didn't yet test this for allies. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of stuff coming. Okay, it was kind of silly. I got overrun over there, so I had to restart this so I can continue talking about protocols. As you saw, Mothership is good too early to mid games, but cannot hold stronger waves. Okay, so where was I? So yeah, the second thing, Archons, High Templars, and Arbiters will gain full energy once they have finished production. Okay, that's also pretty good. The time for High Templars to merge as Archons has been reduced from 10 seconds to 1, so pretty much instant morph. High Templars and Archons cast range increased by 50%, and each time your probe collects gas, it will bring back a little extra resources. So Ara gets more minerals, Achille gets more gas, and it's 5 gas instead of 4 per each trip. So this is a really good thing. The order of using these protocols. Now, for a long time I was pretty much going always by default Shellac first, but I realized that actually it's kinda a mistake, because for example, if you wanna go either these Achille units, primarily the Archons, then you wanna start this Achille protocol first to be able to get more gas as soon as possible, and also if you wanna go for Ara, then use that protocol first, so to get more minerals. And also if you want to go for just mass DTs, because you can see the conflict, yeah, I didn't mention conflict, the attack damage of all mechanical units is reduced by 20%, but if you just want to go, if you go Nerazim and you're just going to go DTs, they are not mechanical, so there won't be any conflict. So then also you first choose Achille to get more gas, and then choose probably Shellac second and Nerazim third, or vice versa. You'll have all three completed in time. And then if you are using just these units, the Aquila units, then you also get Ara, of course, and for more minerals, but also for that pylon thing, you always, I said, you always want to go Ara instead of, unless you are going for Nerazim units. And even if you kind of max on Nerazim units, then you can get Ara, because then they will cost more, but you don't need more of them. And if you lose them, you probably won't lose them so much that you cannot replenish. And yeah, that's pretty much it about protocols. Now let's get to units. Okay, so units, you have this mothership core. It has 250 health and 250 shields, and it has these cannons are the main thing it has. So now I will... Okay, you also have this time warp. Time warp is... okay, now it's a lot of units over here. So time warp lasts for 10 seconds. It says 0 seconds here, but it's not 0, it's 10 seconds. So, now I used the wrong ability. So it... slows enemy movement attack speed by 75%. Now if you click on the unit, actually I think it's kinda says wrongly, it says 50%. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it says 50%, but it is actually 75. So that's it about the time warp. Now you have you see this, I just used this astral wind, cooldown 80 seconds, but the tooltip is lying. It says it restores 100 shield and 100 health for the shield of iron, but it's actually double, it's 200, so it's pretty a good ability. And you have the recall, so you see in this area you can recall all the units. I don't have any units, you cannot recall probes, as you can see. And that's also ability to morph into Shield of Iron. Now you wanna choose careful the timing when to... Okay, it's also auto attack like repulsor cannon with 25, weapon speed 0.85, so it's kind of maybe it's like 30-ish DPS. And morph to Shield of... by the way, cannons can with overcharge is the same thing as Alarax. It protects, it gives them additional protection as Alarax structural overcharge, and deals 40 damage while per hit, while normal attack also deals 20 damage as normal cannon, and they last for 40 seconds. Energy consumption is 35, so you can with full energy I can 5 for them, 6 actually with a little bit of regeneration. Okay. So as I started to talk, you need to choose carefully the moment when to upgrade to Shield of Iron, because it's costs 8 supply, so you need you want to have 8 free supply, also 500 minerals, 500 gas, and it takes 60 seconds, and during these 60 seconds mothership is unavailable, but it's not invulnerable, so it can be destroyed if you morph it in the wrong place. So, for example, on Oblivion Express, I choose to morph mothership after I killed the first train, and do it just with cannons, and then both attack waves from the west and east, and then I morph mothership before the second train is due. On the void launch, for example, I morph it after the 5th minute wave is dealt with, before I have to deal with the first shuttle wave. So yeah, that's the have to pay attention where and when to morph, and also to have resources and supply available. Now we have the mothership, the Shield of Iron. So As you can see, I no longer have the cannon ability, so Mothership loses the cannon ability, and also a lot of movement speed because it moves a lot slower than Mothership Core. But you get detection. Mothership Core is not detector, only its cannons are, and also you get, of course, a lot tankier unit, 4 times more shield and whole HP. It deals a lot of damage, as you can see. Damage 32, attack 6. So yeah, it's deals really, you can see on these Immortals and Phoenixes, that's a lot of damage. Its attributes change. It's no longer a light unit, so you don't have to be so wary of Phoenixes and Adepts and similar stuff that do bonus against light. It's armored and massive. It also provides cloak. Okay, you cannot see it here because I don't have units, but it cloaking field cloaks units nearby, and you have this Astral Wind. That's the same thing as the Mothership Core, 200 healing every 18 seconds, actually every 15 seconds available 18 energy, and must recall the same as with Mothership Core, but the time collapse is stronger than this time warp, because in addition to what it does with Mothership Core, in addition to the reduction of enemies' attack and movement speed, it also deals damage to them, 10 DPS over the duration, so up to 100 damage in total, which is pretty good, especially against small units. And also you have this Galaxy Swirl. As you can see, this is the black hole thingy, like Vorazoons, but it doesn't negate armor like Vorazoons. Actually, let me see. No, it doesn't negate armor, but it instead implodes after 8 seconds, so it's the duration 8 seconds, and it will then destroy, as you can see. I mean, it will deal 300 damage to everything caught in it. So you can also do it on heroic units. They are also affected, but the mission objectives are not affected. Actually, they, I think, do receive damage, but you cannot trap them in, and the mission objectives are also immune to the time collapse and bonus objectives too. And ultralists also cannot be stopped, cannot be slowed by time collapse because of their frenzied passive, but they still do receive damage from time collapse. Okay, this is the ultimate ability, the Planetary Cracker, available every 5 minutes if you choose Auriga Protocol, and you can see Mothership became the purifier for the duration of 30 seconds, and the time it's unavailable, its abilities are unavailable, but purifier itself is controllable like the Carax's purifier. Moves a lot slower than Carax's purifier beam, but it's much more powerful, as you saw. You can use it to clear the whole bases. So that's pretty much it. And yes, the probably most important thing is, despite moving a lot slower than Mothership Core, you actually have a lot more map presence, because it has a wormhole transit. That's the teleport. As you saw, it can teleport anywhere on the map, even on any unexplored areas, with cooldown only 30 seconds. So this is pretty good thing. And it teleports only Shield of Ire, which is also pretty good, because if you wanted to operate separately from the army, then you just teleport the Mothership. And if you want the army along, then you just teleport the Mothership and then recall the army. By the way, you cannot recall probes. I think I mentioned that already. And the ability that I rarely use is Defense Matrix. And in some hectic games, some mutations, maybe you might want to use it, and it will turn on Defense Matrix. It doesn't have the it has unlimited duration, but when it's on, the shield of iron will stop regenerating energy, and each missile that hits the shield, that the matrix, will be destroyed, but at the cost of 2 energy. So it protects mothership from missiles while it has energy. So that's it about the mothership. And yes, that pylon power I mentioned about, you will see that when I will have an army. So yes, on this map, as you could see, just to mention that I was soloing this. I did it I did video for this few days ago, and I did it in handicap even, because for my silly mistake I thought that only shield upgrades apply to mothership. That's why I only use the shield upgrades here. But at the time I observed it, I actually forgot that I'm just going ground units, so I just had forge upgrades. I didn't have cybercore upgrade, the ship armor and ship weapons, and you these, of course, need ship weapons and ship armor, so then it will apply to mothership too, of course. And yeah, this map is easy to solo, at least with normal enemy compositions, and also void rushing and lock and load you can easily solo it with just the shield of iron. I think Rifts to Horhal too. Some maps like perhaps Oblivion Express is not doable because trains are too much HP, but maybe you can try it on some other maps, like mothership is really powerful. So let's see, now I will again use this this thing over here, and it will clear all these units. So it's a really powerful unit. Okay, let's go to other units. Okay, for Zealots and Dragoons you need Adun Council, like Citadel of Adun from original Starcraft. So they Zealots have Blades Charge. Their charge will deal some damage to enemy unit, and Unyielding Will, that's pretty good for Zealots. When Zealot has less than 50% of health, he will gain a large amount of shield and health regeneration rate for 10 seconds, and this effect has 90 seconds cooldown, so it is pretty good for tanking. Now you can see forge upgrades, by the way, also unlocked by Ara. This is this Arbiter Pylon thingy that allows units that fight in pylon power to be more to be stronger. And also we have charging core. Also, it also buffs the shield battery. It increases shield battery's shield restore efficiency. That's also ARA protocol thing. Okay, then dragoons. They have increase dragoons air weapon damage by 100%. So they are really good at anti-air, and also Dragoon can attack 3 units each attack. So I think it's actually each second attack, because it has cooldown of 4 seconds. Yeah. Okay, now I yet don't have these upgrades, so I'll just pause a bit. Okay, so this time I was actually fighting the Imenx mutator, and you see these zealots with unyielding will. Okay, now it's kind of hard visible, they kind of glow. I can see this one's glowing. And by the way, if you fight the Imenx mutator later, when they come and the enemies come on rank 3, they will stop being affected by the time collapse and galaxy swirl. Okay, so dragoons, you can see that they do a lot of damage. Okay, 70 versus armor 34, and you see these weapon speed cooldown. I mean the faster weapon speed, because they are fighting in the mothership field. This one is not now, and it's only 2 weapon speed, and these ones that are, they are cloaked, and they have minus 0.46. But against there, you can see that they are now on 3. They deal 48 and versus armor 66. So that's really good anti-air. damage, and you will see now when I will be fighting the heroes, the Titan and the main dude. And also it was pretty easy to fight banshees and raids, something that I find difficult with many commanders if they send raids, and now it's mostly ground units, but there was one wave with the raids, and the benches, so you can see now it doesn't affect them anymore. But these dragoons are doing a lot of damage. It's this triple attack, but it's cooldown 4 seconds, so yeah, every second attack they can do triple attack. Okay, there we go. Now we fight this dude. Okay, now it has some abilities to frighten them and to slow them down, but it will still, as you can see, go down 50,000 HP. Titan, and now the big dude, and big dude has also 15,000, but I will defeat this guy relatively easy. So zealots are tanking. You see some of these ones that glowing have their fast regeneration, and that's it. So pretty good. I didn't even lose so much supply. See the recall thing, it's kind of instantaneous. So you see I teleport here and then recall the army, so it's pretty good mobility. For Dark Templars, that's Nerazim Protocol, and you need a Dark Shrine, of course. It has 2 upgrades, Shadow Step, Nerazim Tribe Technology. Dark Templar can blink without vision and increases the range of blink. And Annihilation Blades increases Dark Templar's fitness of speed, transforming the weapon into Annihilation Blades. Attack speed is slower, but deal more damage. This was kinda, I didn't kinda understand why the slower speed but more damage, but it was explained to me that it's for the utility, like they waste much time if they had bigger attack speed and less damage. So I did test most of the units on Oblivion Express to see how much damage they can do, actually, because you have high HP targets over here. And Dark Templars and Immortals were pretty much the champions, but also some other units which you will probably be surprised you'll see, like Colossi too. So Dark Templars are of course cloaked, they have that blink thing and emergency recall every 60 seconds, so it's pretty good, like much more often than Warazun's Dark Templars. You can see they do a lot of damage. And you also have now this Council Guard. I didn't use it here because I didn't want Corsairs. Corsairs I was testing on other maps, as you will see. So we have a first double train, and you'll see now how fast these guys will destroy it. So they are really useful against ground stuff. So mostly I use a mothership on this map to kill the enemies, because rivers and disruptors can do a lot of damage. But now I go in, see how they can blink pretty far. Now I heal them, and it's pretty good. Now they are on 4-4, so 155, and soon to be 5-5. So you can see that kind of like at 60 minutes you can already have the 5-5-5 done. And also for the mothership, now I can show you, yeah, 41, so it gets +3 per upgrade for the mothership. The mothership I have Cybercore, so actually doing 5 upgrades, and it's not too expensive. It's not too expensive to do it because of the reduced cost. And also cannons and shield batteries, so I don't have to chase the hybrids and eventual ghosts. Now the enemy is Protoss, but if it's Terran, of course, you need against protection against ghosts. For Void Rays, you of course need Stargates and Fleet Beacon for upgrades. Their upgrades are the Light Overload. It allows them to use Prism Calibration to increase their attack damage and range. Also enables the Void Glow Ship to attack 2 additional units. Void Glow Ship. Okay, and also Prismatic Alignment, similar thing that in Versus mode, allowing Void Ray to gain damage as it attacks lasts. Okay. So okay, sorry, I didn't have them there. Now I have. You can see that they have these attacks that can attack 2 additional targets. So I have only 2, but you see multiple arrays over here. And now I also use the Prismatic Alignment, and cooldown is 60 seconds. So every 60 seconds you can use the thing. And they have double damage against armored units. They get +1 per attack. So Void Rays and Carriers actually pretty good to go up to 5/5, because the base damage is pretty low. Well, it's bigger against armored units though, but for carriers it's really important. But we'll get there. Okay, that's about the Void Rays. Corsairs don't have any upgrades except the ones that Protocol grants them, and that what Protocol grants them, that high energy neutrons. So you can see that they are pretty good. They have base damage 12 +1 per upgrade, so they are a lot better against big targets than Vorazun's Corsairs, and also they come with disruption where you don't need upgrade, but they are not cloaked. They don't have that possibility to research cloak upgrade. And yeah, disruption web lasts for 10 seconds, disabling attack of enemy ground units and structures. So I have now lots of them, and you will see how even this Leviathan will die pretty fast. And I didn't even get them to 5/5, and by the way I was wrong. Yeah, its base damage is 10 and it gets +2 per upgrade. So you can, on this map, you can use them to kill shuttles and escort, while Mothership can fight attack waves. Although scouts are better, because scouts can attack ground too, so they can help cleaning the enemy bases. For Immortals you need, well, Robos and Robo Bay for the upgrades. So they have this emergent barrier that reduces barrier cooldown from 60 to 20 seconds, and also the other thing called Hardened Program that allows barrier, when it's activated, to grant Immortal additional 20 basic weapon damage and 40 anti-armor, which is pretty good thing. Okay, you can see that now when barrier is activated, they kinda glow differently. And thing is that barrier can be used 50% of the time, because cooldown is only 20 seconds and lasts for 10 seconds. And you can see now that they have increased damage by pretty good margin, so it's really good damage. And it can absorb up to 200 damage. So now enemy is Sky Terran, actually Reaper Liberator, so even against this I can go Immortals, because I can kill the waves with just Mothership. But you can see how fast train goes down. but the thing is, you have Immortals, you have Rivers, and you have Colossi. So I think like 3 units that kind of fill the same niche. Okay, I mean nukes are dealt with by the cannons. So Rivers do a lot of damage and have splash, which Immortals don't have. And Colossi also deals splash. They also deal a lot of damage, a lot more than normal Colossi, you will see. So I think it's kind of bad that we have 3 units that fill the same niche, and the Immortals are probably the weakest there because they don't have splash damage, although they have that barrier. They do have probably the most DPS against the single target, especially against armor targets, but still think that it would be better that have something like Carax's Immortal, that have Shadow Cannon or something. Okay, let's go to our Rivers. For Rivers, requirement is Robo Bay, and they have 2 upgrades, rapid reloading, reduce Scarab build time from 8 to 3 seconds, and also Scarab of the reverse damage no longer has decreasing effect. I mean, that's the splash thing that deals same damage to everything. Okay. Okay, reverse. Okay, let me find one which is not, which is full, because then you can see. Okay, so damage 120, that's on 2. I think they get plus 10. Yeah, plus 10 per upgrade. Versus structure 170, now they are on 2. So it's pretty good damage. And you'll see how fast they build. So they can kill trains pretty easy. They are tanky. 200 health, 150 shields. So pretty good unit. And they cost more supply than Immortals. Those 6 Immortals are 4, Colossus also 6. Okay, this is pretty good combination, Galaxy Swirl plus Scarab. So yeah, Rivers are pretty good units. Now at plus 3, let's see, and yeah, plus 10 per, and also versus structure they have 50 bonus versus structures. So yeah, really good. By the way, observers I didn't mention. Observers are just normal Protoss observers. They it's nothing special about them. They have no upgrades, so they are mostly, if you play just with units together with Mothership, you don't even need them, but if you want to use them separately and need detection, then you can use the observers, of course. Okay, so I can see that this train will go down pretty fast. That's the first double train over here. For the Colossi, also requirements same as Reverse Robo Bay. They have this Purifier. Colossal attack will burn enemy units, dealing 20 damage per second and lasting for 4 seconds. Meanwhile, the heat of flames will increase as the units are continuously hit by Colossi, increasing the continuous damage. That's really good. They also have some ion barrier, enables the Colossus to load a data flow, creating an ion barrier. Colossus takes 80% less damage for the duration of the barrier and lasts for 4 seconds. So even Colossi have this kind of barrier, which I actually pretty much never used, I think. So that's it. Okay, let's see them in action. So I have 6 Colossi over here. They are on +3 attack. And so you see that this train is taking more and more damage, and it actually fall pretty fast. So yeah, this burning thing, this purifier is pretty good. And this pylon, so 21 damage. That's it's pretty good stuff over here. Okay, unfortunately I think enemy is air, so... Colossi do pretty good. Like this Immortal fell pretty fast, so... yeah, Colossi are pretty good units. I think even probably better than Rivers, unless you fight a really big stuff. But yeah, so we have 3 robo units that do a lot of damage. These Colossi are a lot better than the normal Colossi, even than Carax's Colossi that have this burning thing, but it's not nearly as good as these guys are. Okay, slow down. Okay, let's see how this train. Look at this. Look at how fast this train goes down. Like this is actually like almost like Immortals, especially when you have now I have like 12 of them, and that's really good. So it's pretty unusual Colossi. They were actually kind of highlight. I was surprised how much damage they actually do. Okay, this was a mistake going forward. Fortunately, they cannot attack air, so I have to do it with Mothership. But they are really good against these trains. Okay, so that's the Colossi. Okay, now we'll have carriers. Of course, you need Stargates, and requirement is Fleet Beacon for them. So they have 2 upgrades. First is the thing that increases carriers attack range by 3 and reduce interceptor building time. And this orbital array launch orbital signal guider to target location. After 1.5 seconds, carrier will guide orbital energy to bombarding enemy units within the target area. Orbital arrays deal 50 damage, so it's not much actually. This is a small thing, but okay, maybe use it like it can clump up enemies. Like Mothership already has abilities that deal pretty good with that, so it's not a big thing. Okay, now with carriers there's one specific thing, and that's that the first carrier will become Gantrit. Other units have no heroic units, but this is similar to like Phoenix's Clarion, but more powerful. Gantritor was of course Tassadar's ship, if you remember from the original Starcraft. So Gantritor is more powerful. Let's say it has 12 interceptors, and they do more damage. Okay, when I get more carriers, I will compare them. Also has this chrono beam, as you will see. Okay, so now we have some carriers. I recall them immediately. So let's see, Gantritor, yeah, 500, normal carrier 300, 150, and also this chrono beam that launches chrono beam at target units, reducing its movement speed and attack speed by 75%, taking 10% additional damage, and it will gradually increase damage when locked on. And normal carriers have just their auto attacks. They have 8 interceptors, they have 12, and damage is also, what are they now, +3. So base damage is 8, while normal carriers base damage is okay, now they're still building, so I think it's 5, should be 5. Let's see, these are these Guntritor's interceptors. Okay, yeah, that's it's +3, its damage is 8, and this is 11, and also has, I think, more. No, shields are normal, but you see +3 and +3 armor and +3 shield. That's the ARA protocol, that pylon thing, that under the pylon power. Okay, this is unfortunate that some units are still here. But yeah, carriers gain most from the attack upgrades because you have double, and considering armor effect, it's even more than double, 5 + 5. And even they are at +5. Did I use this guidance? thingy. I think I did, but it's not anything special. Okay, and they come with graviton catapult. Also, no need to research that like with Carax or Phoenix. Okay, this is some explanation why this is a corrupted carrier. Okay. Okay, now I can see this beam clearly. It was not visible because mothership was on top of it. But yeah, that's the carrier thingy. Let's see if I'll be using this energy, if it will be visible. I think I did use it here just to show it. Yeah, this carrier will now look at. Yeah, this is it, but it deals some damage, but it's 50 damage. It's not much. Mothership abilities are a lot better. Okay, that's about the carriers. For scouts, you have 2 upgrades in the fleet beacon. You have scout fires an anti-material annihilation bomb on target enemy air unit, cause 80 damage and stun enemy units for 2 seconds, and also face shields, which is an auto cast. Rapidly regenerate 100 shields for scout. Okay, so I'm going in here with a bunch of scouts. I have 25 of them, and yeah, also pretty good at clearing bases. So they have damage, double damage against light, against ground, but against air they have double against armored. And maybe if you saw this scout, how it fast it regenerates 100 shields. They actually do have, so that's their full shield, and they can do it every 20 seconds. So that's pretty good thing. So that makes them really tanky. And so none of them actually even got the whole damage, it seems, while I destroyed this wave. And even structures fall when you have a lot of them. Now they are on 4-4. And this time I used 4 protocols, like I used Origa, I used Shellac, of course, I used the Ara if they fight when they fight together with Mothership, and also the Robo protocol for the regeneration if they receive some whole damage, which they still didn't. And maybe if you can see this. Okay. No, they're not firing it, but okay. These hybrids will also fall to these scouts. Even if they receive some whole damage, I think they repair so fast, so I cannot even notice it. But yeah, scouts are really good. And now when I use this for operating separately, I mean the mothership, and now I'll use this to clear most of this base. But scouts will help to finish the job, which Corsairs of course can't do. Yeah, they destroy units so fast that it's kinda hard to notice that anti-matter thingy. Okay, yeah. So briefly how this carrier kinda glows when it gets hit by this anti-matter thing, and it has 10-second cooldown, so they can use a lot of these things. Yeah, you see how this Phoenix now is glowing. And they are all pretty healthy, so Scout pretty good unit. I didn't test them against train, but I think with this many, I think I would be able to kill even trains with them. Okay, I think I again forgot the the last upgrades for them. So now they are still on 4-4, but they are pretty efficient units. For Archons, you need Templar Archives, and well, first of course you need High Templars, and then Archons are naturally morphed from two High Templars. Now we have these upgrades that increases Archon's splash range by 50%, attack range by 2, attack speed by 25%, and maximum shield by 50%. So they're really good units. And also the Storm thing, High Templar and Archon sailing Storm increase its range by 50%, initial damage by 200, and duration by 50%. So you see how fast they morph, granted by the protocol, just 1 second to morph. And they are really good, so you should always morph Archons. Now, unlike the official co-op, when you play Artanis, especially Valorous Inspirator, which is the best prestige, of course, for High Templars, High Templar Zealot combination, there you have Zealots in front to Whirlwind, you have Storm for Plasma Surge to recharge their shields, and the thing is, it's never advisable, almost never, to morph Archons when you play Artanis, because then you exchange 2 energy pools for just 1. Now here, you actually don't have, you just have Archons, you don't have Zealots in front. I mean, Storms stack, but they don't recharge shields, and also Archons are much better fighting units. You see, they have 787 shields. By the way, when you have Archons, you don't need Triple Forge, because even if you get the, I mean, they only have 10 HP, but even if you get the armor upgrades, it won't apply to them. So only attack, and you see attack is a lot, and range is 7, like pretty decent damage, bonus against bio, and range 7. So, and also energy regeneration. Okay, let's, you see the energy regeneration is pretty high, like similar to probably Abatur's when it's fully biomassed. So you can have a lot of storms. So yeah, storms stuck, but they don't heal, and they of course cannot damage structures. Okay, this is a pretty good combination. Archons also pretty good units to use them separately from Mothership, because of the storm cast range is also pretty good. They have the feedback things, so yeah, it's recommendable to morph Archons, not to fight with just High Templars. And the thing is, can be problematic if you just use subgroups. Mothership will always be the dominant subgroup. But then when you tap through subgroups, like you tap and then you storm and then nothing happens, because if in the meantime the High Templars were produced, the High Templar will be always be dominant subgroup related to Archons. So then the Mothership will be first subgroup, the High Templar second, and Archons only the third. So you actually think you gave Archons to order to storm, and instead you actually gave the order to High Templar that are still in your base or something. So you should probably use the actually different control group for Archons to prevent that. So be sure that you have given correct action, you know, to them and not to the Templars. And pretty much they are pretty expensive, so it will be it's not easy to max on them, so you'll be pretty much making High Templars the whole game. They cost only 2 supply, so Archons are 4 supply. But okay, they are not, against trains, they are not so good as like robo units or so, but they are pretty decent, and they can fight anything because they have storms. So storm stack, so they can help even against trains. But yeah, in general, pretty good units, and they also get bonus damage with ARA protocol as any unit. So do I have ARA? Yes, I do. But oh wait, they don't get increased speed. That's interesting. That's really interesting. I thought they do because and this one is, yeah. So it seems that Archons actually don't get the speed buff. Yeah, I do have the protocol, so didn't even know that. Okay, still learned something about the commander. Okay. And also Galaxy Swirl plus Storms and Archon's attack is pretty good. Okay, they now do minus 0.3. Interesting thing. Yeah, they do have, for some reason it didn't show. Maybe Mothership was too far, and they also do have even +3 armor and +3 shields when they are under the Mothership. Okay, so yeah, that's it about the Archons. Okay, our final unit is Arbiter. You need Fleet Beacon for it, and two upgrades allows enemy units affected by Stasis Field to be attacked. So this Stasis Revise and also Cloak Damp. Arbiter's Cloaked Field will apply to itself, so Arbiter can be cloaked, something that wasn't available in original Starcraft and Brood War. Okay, so we have the Arbiter here. Now interesting is that the Achille protocol also decreases their own attack damage, but it's not important because their support unit, their attack is miserable. They have the stasis field and recall. Now, by their cloaking field also enhances enemy, but your friendly units near Arbiter, so not just your probably allies units too, all that are cloaked, so their movement speed and attack speed is increased by 15%. Okay, now I will recall actually the mothership, so you'll see that you can use recall on the mothership too. Now one thing is interesting over here. Now look at the mothership. It seems that mothership is cloaked. For Arbiter it says cloaking field, but only because it's kind of cloaked by mothership. This tooltip icon doesn't say that it's cloaked when mothership is not nearby, but it definitely is cloaked by itself. But now it seems that by recalling it actually cloaked the mothership too, which is really interesting. I don't think it says that anywhere. Okay, it just says that it teleports them. Now you will see the stasis. And now you can see that these guys receive damage from the time warp and also can be attacked while in stasis, so that's pretty good. Although other ships' regeneration is not that high as of an Archon, just 50% I think faster than normal because of the protocol, than the normal energy regeneration, but you can have multiple arbiters. They are expensive though, they cost 350 gas for supply. But the interesting thing is that it seems that since I recall the mothership, it seems cloaked. It definitely looks like it's cloaked, although it doesn't say it's cloaked. But okay, now there is a detectors here, so enemies are fighting the mothership. But okay, I mean, I will kill these guys. But now you can see that they stopped attacking. And okay, I mean, this is out there, but you see now it attracts the Raven. Now the units are attacking. I kill the Raven, and suddenly this hybrid moves closer because it can no longer attack, and that's I think I have to investigate this more. Will the mothership actually be cloaked for the whole time once it gets recalled by the arbiter? I think this is actually a bug, because you see that it definitely looks cloaked, and it attracts the ravens, and these guys cannot attack unless ravens detects it. So So it's definitely cloaked, and I think it shouldn't be. That's the most important. That's the most. See, this Goliath moved away because it couldn't see the mothership. So that's the thing I have to investigate further. Because if you can have the fully cloaked army, including the cloaked mothership, that would be really awesome. Okay, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and also look at this, yeah, and the buff is still here. Okay, thanks for watching anyways, and hope you enjoyed it, and like and subscribe if you liked it, and support me on Patreon if you like my content. See you guys.